Hello, BookTube. I'm here to announce another read-along, this time for October. The BookTuber Jordan Parsons and I are going to be doing a read-along in October. Some of you may know Jordan's channel. I'll leave a link to it down below. He, in addition to having heretical opinions about some books that I love, he also has absolutely adorable babies. He has rats that are absolutely the most scene-stealingly adorable little creatures you've ever set your eyes on. So here's hoping that in the course of our read-along, he consents to put them on camera once or twice. That would be really neat. I'll try to make sure that a certain someone is not looking at the screen when that happens. But he threw open the choosing to me. That seems to be all that I really need for read-alongs, is that I get to pick the book. I don't know, one way or another. And in honor of Victober, is a massive BookTube event in October where we celebrate all things Victorian, especially all literature Victorian. In honor of Victober, we thought we would go with a Victorian novel. It's one that I've not only championed on this channel many times, I've also done a read-along of it on this channel at least once, and that doesn't matter at all. You could go back to this thing a million times. In fact, I'll be seeing it with new eyes because Jordan's never read it before. And that is The Way We Live Now by Anthony Trollope. This was sort of coldly received by many critics in his day as overly cynical, as overly tawdry. It has gone on from there in the ensuing 100 years to be considered his masterpiece. Other comic masterpieces, yes, gentle masterpieces, clerical fiction masterpieces, but in terms of just his general oeuvre, this book has risen in the esteem of critics and readers in the way that books often will, that no writer can predict. No writer knows that for sure. And it happened with this book, where if you'd ask Trollope, if you'd ask any of his contemporaries, if you'd ask any critics in his day how they rank The Way We Live Now, almost none of them would have said it's the best thing he's ever written. And that is a wide consensus now. I don't know if Jordan will share that opinion. We shall see. Trollope very conveniently made this 100 chapters long, so we're going to read 25 chapters a week. And I thought I'd give you a chance. If you're looking for a way to celebrate Victober, there's hardly a better way to do it than to read this novel or to reread it. We're going to be doing 25 chapters a week and talking about it at the end of every week. You're welcome to join us for yet another Way We Live Now read-along. We did one on this channel years ago, The Way Steve Donoghue Lives Now, that I think went on for 4 weeks. And this one will too, but I'll have company this time around, which is really nice. So get your copy down off the shelf, or get one from online or from Project Gutenberg. Don't look too hard for a special custom-made Anthony Trollope, because there's only one copy of it. but there are plenty of other copies for you. And give a start to this novel that starts off with poor, struggling Hedda Carberry, who's written a very bad book and wants critics to take notice of it. So it's right in Steve's wheelhouse. But she has a wasteful son, a good-for-nothing son, who has pretty much only a title to his name and nothing else to recommend him. He needs to marry an heiress. London currently hosts the heiress of all heiresses, the only daughter of Monsieur Melmotte, the slightly shady financier who seems to have more money than God himself. Marie Melmotte is therefore the prize of the season, and she dances with Felix. Will he win her? Is she worth winning? We shall see. It's a wonderful, wonderful novel. I cannot recommend it strongly enough. Trollope throws everything but the kitchen sink in here. There's a country booby squire. There are rude mechanicals that Trollope loved to write about. He loved to write about them. He loved to write their accents, their working-class accents. Then he loved to throw them in love with each other just to watch his audience squeal with delight, because they just love that. There's everything in here. Social commentary. America comes in for a few really thumping whacks on its reputation and its people. And one comment that we have made in the past when we used to do Trollope read-alongs all the time, one comment that a lot of you made, a lot of you agreed that you really like Trollope as a narrator, where he doesn't introduce himself, he doesn't put himself forward as a character, but he's very much present in the telling of the story. Not in any way that you would think he was an unreliable narrator, but that he's very much present and you like that. Well, if you like that quality, you've never read this book, you get that quality in spades in this book. So we're going to be reading The Way We Live Now for Victober. How's that for a Victober celebration? We'll be starting the first week of October. So get your copy ready. I'll leave a link to Jordan's channel down below in case you haven't encountered it. Thank you, BookTube.